Damien Sachs wakes up in a luxury suite. Woman in the bed, ocean view, he owns the morning. He runs a top ad agency, flies to islands for meetings, gets chauffeured in open-top cars. Power, connections, an island that belongs to a friend, only the good parts, obviously. Surrounded by beautiful women, business done in swimwear, this is just Tuesday for Damien. Here's the thing about men like Damien, in this world the worst people tend to have everything. But not for long. Damien is about to get exactly what he deserves. Welcome to Ladies First. Back at Atlas, Damien has a problem. The board wants a female creative director. He has zero. His fix: tell his assistant Ruby to make a list of women and pick the first name alphabetically. Alexandra Fox, 20 years at Atlas, stepped away to raise a kid, fought her way back. She earned this. Damien has no idea who she is. He picked her name the way you pick a number at the deli counter. He tells her he chose her personally. Guinness wants to break into the women's market. Damien puts Alex on the account for her female perspective, he says out loud in front of everyone. The meeting goes off the rails immediately. Beer called Guinness Girl, women in foam, men in dresses. Damien pitches all of it. At some point he turns to Alex. What do you think? The first time he's asked all meeting. Alex has been listening the whole time. She heard him tell someone she's only there for optics. She heard every word. She quits just like that, 20 years and she's done. Damien tells her she's too emotional. She tells him she's a good person, unlike him, and she walks out. Back at Damien tells her she's too emotional. She tells him she's a good person, unlike him, and she walks out. Damien wakes up on a London pavement with two paramedics staring at him. Standard Tuesday, except nothing is standard anymore. The signs are wrong, the street, the shops, everything. New Year, New Rear. Burger Queen, House of the Whopper, with a woman in a crown where the king used to be. Harriet Potter, the Lady of the Rings, Don Quixote, except it's Donia. On the news, Pope Beatrice Roman III returns to the Vatican. Outside, men are marching. Their sign says, "My sperm, my choice." Damien stares. A homeless man on a bench seems to know exactly what's happening. He's been here 9 years in the upside down. He clocked Damien straight away. The disorientation, the denial, running into solid objects, classic symptoms. The rule is simple: reach the top of your career in this world and you snap back. Get the power, go home. Damien says thanks and walks away with a plan. The receptionist runs Atlas. How hard can it be? His sister Sunny takes him to get the full treatment. Waxing, jaw, teeth, everything. They offer him a penis filler. He draws the line there. What walks out of that salon is a different man, or at least a much smoother one. Back at Atlas, people notice, women stare. Someone says, "Don't report me for saying this, but you look good." One colleague shows off his own chest implants and says he likes people seeing his nipples. Damien takes this in stride. Felicity puts him on the Guinness lunch. For the male perspective, she says out loud. At lunch, Alex starts her pitch and the Guinness exec stops her cold. They want a new agency. One with experience in the male market, which is awkward because the only man at the table is Damien. Damien opens his mouth, and for once what comes out actually works. He pitches to exactly what the exec is feeling: ignored, talked over, told to relax. That's what everyone says, and the exec loves it. Then the CEO dies, and the top job at Atlas is suddenly wide open. The night before the presentations, Alex decides she's done playing nice. She's going to destroy him. Glenda gathers the board at her country estate. This is the weekend that decides everything. CEO of Atlas, 1 seat. Damien goes first. He thanks Glenda like they're old friends. His speech is about change, about butterflies, about women with the wisdom to unlock male potential. He aims every word at Glenda and she eats it up. Then it's Alex's turn. Her phone goes off. Her kid Charlie knocked out a tooth on a skateboard. Damien calls a dentist he knows. 6-month waiting list. She fits Charlie in this afternoon. Glenda tells Damien to go with Alex. They'll manage without him. She says it like it doesn't sting. We'll be fine with Mr. Butterfly, she adds. She's already named him. He's already lost the room. On the way to the dentist, a tire blows on the Porsche. They're stuck on a country road in the dark. Charlie's tooth gets fixed, which gives Damien and Alex an hour stuck together with nothing to do but talk. She thanks him. Neither of them leaves, they both try and neither manages it. Damian says it was almost like sleeping with himself. Alex says she was thinking the exact same thing. This is either a compliment or an insult and neither of them is sure which. Neither wants anything serious, she says it first. He agrees faster than he should. She gives him a closing line, warm, optimistic, shuts the whole thing down cleanly. He calls it art, then asks if he can steal it. His goodbye gift, a pen, she stares at it. He stares at her staring at it. This is the most he has ever communicated. Back at Glenda's, Damian drops the act. He tells Alex the whole system is a joke, that he never had a chance because he's a man. He tells her that her being CEO is the biggest joke of all. The room goes quiet. Alex fires him on the spot. Her first act as CEO, she doesn't hesitate for even a second. I got fired. Sitting in his mother's kitchen, something clicks. Women have always been in charge. He's been fighting the current his entire career, in both worlds. Alex's lawyer calls it the Titanic of bad decisions. She slept with him right before firing him. They have nothing left to fight with. Damian hits the pavement, and when he opens his eyes, the real world is back. He walks straight back into Atlas. Felicity is alive, behind the desk, 23 years and counting. Something has shifted, he can feel it. His family congratulates him for trying. His mother means it sincerely. That's somehow the worst part. Alex's legal team has a problem. They need ammunition against Damian. Then someone in the room reveals they slept together. Alex thanks them for coming and decides not to use it. She won't fight dirty just because she can. She's the CEO now. She has other things to worry about, much bigger things. Damian finds her anyway. He says he'll have to get used to her being the one in charge. Then Glenda calls. Alex is handing him the CEO title, and Damian panics. Stay. But who's in charge isn't the point anymore. Damian is starting to realize that, just about 30 years too late. Damian walks back into Atlas and starts fixing things, one person at a time. He gathers the office. He has something to say. He wants to apologize for being a complete jerk. He knows exactly what he is, for once. He tells Glenda, the woman who actually runs this place from behind a mop, that she's too smart for the job she has, and he means it. Then he goes to find Alex. He shows up at her front door. Charlie answers. Alex tells him to leave. He doesn't leave. He read her Guinness presentation. He read it, really read it, and it's brilliant, simple, honest, and exactly right. He never told her that. He lied when he said he had. Because he's a complete jerk, he said it twice now. Saying it twice doesn't fix anything, but it's a start. Forgive me, that's all he has left. No pitch, no angle, just that. Alex has conditions, credit on the campaign, equal pay, and his office. She wants his specific office. Done, done, done. She asks if he'll remember any of this tomorrow. He says he'll write it down. They walk out of the house together to make it official. Not quite friends, not quite enemies. Something in between that doesn't have a name yet. He warns her about the teeth. Then he tries to hold the door. He gets it wrong on the first attempt. Tries again. She tells him sure, go ahead. They walk. Nobody says anything for a moment. Some things don't need to be said. And there you have it. Damian got what he deserved. Alex got what she earned. The difference matters. Guinness sales up 400%, not 40, 400. Alex Fox gets the promotion, the headline, and the office with the good view. Somewhere Fred is still trying to figure out how to leave. This story was never about him.